Modules are one of the best features about Canvas. Modules allow you to create little content holders to hold your assignments, pages, links, and more, and organize them on your Canvas course. We are inside one of my courses now, and you'll see I have several modules set up here. And at the top of each module, you'll see the module name. This just helps us divide up that content. And then under each module are any given number of links, assignments, quizzes, discussion, and more. Let's take a look at how to create a new module. You'll see that I'm actually under our modules tab inside of my course. If you have set your home page to modules, you will also be able to access your modules there. I already have some modules, so I have a big blue plus module button here. If you don't have any modules in your course yet, you may have a big button to press right on your screen. So we're going to press this button to make a new module, and we're going to give our module a name. This is going to be the final project module. So it's all the information that students need to do their final project in my class. Right here as well, you'll see that I have in the background some little emojis. That's one thing that I like to add, just to add some visual interest. Sometimes teachers will use emojis also to indicate the difference between notes or assignments. If there's something they have to do to that particular item, they may have a certain emoji that they fill in there. I like to jump out to emojipedia.org, and you can search for emojis here. So this is our final project. So maybe I'm going to pull a laptop because it's a digital project. So here is a little laptop icon. I click. I know this seems silly, but it's one way to kind of zhuzh up your module a little bit. I'm going to copy that emoji, and then I can just paste it anywhere there's text. This also works with the rich content editor as well if you want to add a little emoji in there. Notice from the screen, we can also lock it until a certain point. So if this is something we are doing later on, I could say we need to lock it until Friday, and that's when the assignment is open and they can begin working on their final project. You can edit that information at any time. So as soon as I add this module, it's going to put it at the bottom of my list here. And then again, if I mess up and want to edit the title or information, I just go to my 3 stacked dots, I go to edit, and then here's where I can edit that title and my locking information. All right, we are ready to start adding content to our module. So we're going to use the plus button here right next to our 3 stacked dots to add content to our module. You're going to use the drop down and select what you want to add. Assignments, quizzes, files, pages, and discussion. So that first half, those items there, are all going to function very similarly. So we're just going to focus on assignment for right now. When I select assignment, I'm going to see a list of all of the assignments that are available in this course that I have already created. And I can choose from any of those and add them right away to the module. So let me show you how that works. I'm just going to select on an assignment that I've already created. I can choose to indent right away. That just divides the content up a little bit more inside of my module. And then I click on Add Item and it adds it. My other option though, and I'm going to click my plus button to demonstrate this again, is maybe I don't have their final project assignment made yet, but I want to go ahead and create it from here. So what you've probably noticed from learning more about Canvas is that you can click as an instructor on any of the course tools and create new assignments, quizzes, pages, etc. from that tool itself. Well, there's another way you can create, and that's exactly what we're looking at here, right from the module. So I'm on assignments, I'm clicking a new assignment, and I'm going to give the assignment a name, project final assignment, and I'm going to add it. This time when I add it though, it's there, but it doesn't have any point value, any instructions for students, or submission type. So then I would need to click on it, click the edit button, and edit all of those details, but it will stay in that module for me. Let's look at what else we can add to our module here. So when we click our plus button again, I mentioned that assignments, quizzes, file, pages, discussions, all function pretty similarly. Text header allows you to divide the content up within that module even more. So let's say I have Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, but within that unit, there are subunits that I cover. Or maybe I want to divide the unit up into notes, and then I want to add course links, and then I want to add assignments. I can use these text headers to help divide that up. Or maybe I want students to choose from one assignment or the other. I might put in that text header, choose assignment. So in this case, I might put on here, these are our notes. So I can divide up the notes from what they actually have to do in the assignment. I click add item. And again, that's just a header. There's nothing attached to it but just the text. Let's see what else we can add. We're going to click our plus button here. And the final two things are external URLs and external tools. External URLs are going to allow us to put a link in here that students can click to load in a new tab or to load within Canvas. So if I want students to check out our district website, let's say, I could put our URL in here. Of course, I always advise to copy and paste so you make sure you have it correctly, but let's just say there it is. And then we can choose how we want that to appear. So if we don't want it to say winsville.k12.mo.us, I could say district homepage. This is great for adding resources in as well. And then I can choose to have it attempt to load right there or to load in a new tab. Always test the link to make sure that it will load in Canvas. If it doesn't, you'll want to go back and edit it to load in a new tab. Again, you can indent if you want. You click add item, and then it's going to put that district homepage link. So when students click it, it will bring them to that page. And again, this is where I was showing you that if it doesn't load here, you want to go back and edit it so that students click to load it in a new tab. Okay, so those are the items that you can add to a module. A couple of other things to look at with the module. If you want to rearrange items within your module, you just grab those items over to the side where the grips are and you can rearrange them. You also can rearrange the order of your modules here by grabbing and rearranging. If you again need to change or want to change the name or information about your module, that's under the 3 stacked dots and edit. Notice here you also can duplicate modules. If you want to make a copy of a module, you can do that there as well. Let's talk about publishing. So right now, this module is not published, meaning students cannot see it. I know that because across the module title, there is a X button. When I click it, it publishes it. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. I have some prereqs there. We'll talk about those in a second. So now everything in that module is published. So within the module, if I want to unpublish any items, again, I can click those 3 stacked dots to unpublish, right next to the 3 stacked dots to unpublish or publish. So green check mark means, yes, it's published, students can see. The cross through means not published. Don't forget, you can always turn on student view to see what students can see to make sure that you have everything how you want it in your module. One last thing to look at modules here, and this is certainly a more advanced feature, is you can set requirements and prerequisites inside of a module. So that means you can control how students move through the items within a module and how students move from module to module. How you do that is 3 stacked dots here, and you're going to go in and edit your module. So we can add 2 things. We can add prereqs and we can add requirements. Requirements have to do with that exact module. So students have to, and we can play with the items in that module. So students must complete or must do all of these requirements in the exact same order. And we could say that they must view the page that talks about the assessment tools, and they must submit the assignment. Then they have to go in that order. So this second one will not, the final assignment will not open for them. They can't submit until they mark the first one as done. For prerequisites, you must have more than one module to make prerequisites happen. And that just means they have to complete whatever is in another module before they move to that module. This can get a little confusing, so make sure you turn on student view and give it a try to make sure it functions how you want. So I'm going to go ahead and click on update module here. And it is just letting me know that some students are in here already, so I'm changing some of those requirements. So this video was all about how to organize your class material using modules.